Vermont is taking a big leap. School is no longer about sitting through class in order to earn credits. Teaching, learning, and school do not look the same. Our supervisory union has decided what skills students will need to demonstrate in order to graduate, and now we're working on a reporting system that makes this change meaningful. We have worked very hard to be thoughtful about these changes and are looking forward to implementing proficiency-based graduation requirements for the class of 2021. So what does this mean? In a traditional grading system, students get credits based on a certain number of hours in the classroom. Traditionally, as I am sure many of you remember, much of that time is spent with students passively listening to an instructor provide information. Students complete assignments and tests, which are then averaged together to make up a passing or not passing grade. In a proficiency-based system, students work to become proficient at skills and attain knowledge. When they've reached proficiency, they provide evidence. This evidence can take a variety of forms, can happen in or outside of the classroom, can happen at any pace, and can happen at any time of the day. Teachers facilitate this process for students and help make it personal for students through a variety of methods. Students have the ability to achieve the PBGRs in any amount of time they choose. It may take 3 years or it may take 5 years. In addition to the change in how students will graduate, there's an increased focus on students demonstrating skills that they will be able to use for the rest of their lives, like communication and problem solving, rather than on attaining information, as they can now get that from any device at any time of the day. The skills that students will need to compete in our current and ever-changing global economy are just not the same as they were even 20 years ago. Many jobs that we are used to will soon be automated, and so we need to be teaching our kids how to be creative thinkers, problem finders, and solvers, so they can innovate, creating new jobs for their future selves. What does this look like in the classroom this year? In many classrooms this year, grades are more closely linked to clear learning targets and evidence that demonstrates these targets. Students are working to meet these learning targets at a more flexible pace with instruction and support from teachers. In order to support this, grades have not been locked until the semester. Students who are ready to move on will be able to take on challenge, and students who need more time with a concept can have more time. There is quite a bit more student choice with content, while teachers are still providing direct instruction in necessary skills. Relationships are becoming a much more important aspect of instruction, so that student learning can become more relevant and personalized. Advisory is an important component of this system, so that there is one person who knows a student well and can help them navigate and compile evidence of learning over a long period of time. This advisor can also help students identify passions and learning opportunities that will be the most meaningful for their future goals. What are we still working on? We're working on a way to track student progress and report this progress so that it's meaningful. It is difficult to wrap one's head around a different reporting system when our current model is all we know. How will parents and students know that they are on track? We are building a system that shows progress visually. While it's a very different way of thinking about progress and will take some getting used to, it gives teachers, students, parents, and colleges an ongoing and clear way of seeing student progress towards the graduation requirements. Students will keep track of and present evidence of proficiency as they work through various classes, community-based learning experiences, work experiences, and life activities. What do we know? Colleges are ready for this. Many colleges have signed a letter stating that they are committed to addressing the switch. Admissions offices have said that they already receive a wide variety of transcripts. They have requested that high schools have a school profile that describes the system clearly. Students are embracing this change. They appreciate having more options and control over their learning. They appreciate the clarity of knowing the expectations and having them clearly stated from the start. Proficiency-based graduation and more personal learning will prepare high school students to compete for jobs that don't yet exist.